serve and protect themselves first, just like the police department. I want to talk about them too, because I've seen it, you know. These are experienced brothers. I've seen it. So I think we're going to have to legislate against the syndicates that does not want to allow the doctors, the foreign doctors, for which we give them point system to immigrate to Canada and send them to work as a cab driver. This is not right. No, I'm not expecting you to go and put this guy on top of the doctors to operate immediately in a hospital. At least let him to act like a general practitioner. For God's sake, he can see if this inside my throat, if it is bacteria or virus, you know. We need him. Even if you pay him less, he doesn't mind. He can work, I don't know, as an apprentice, as an intern, as something, but independently, for some times before he enroll himself. If we know in 3-4 years there's no accident coming from him, everything is happy from him, while he's practicing, he could also improve and Canadianize his degree, but don't stop him to work. Let him work. Meantime, tell him he has 3 years to go and Canadianize himself and whatnot. You brought the guy here as a doctor, and now you let him to become a waiter to serve Persian chalo kebab to people? Is this the idea? Well, you're doing something really severely wrong, because you're stealing this doctor from the people of Pakistan. I could serve humanity there. We're Canadian, remember it? We send our money every day, everywhere. But this one is totally wrong. If you don't want him as a doctor, well, don't bring him here. Let him stay where he is. Or if you bring him here, show some kind of a ways. You are the legislatures. You have the power. You have the scepter in your hand. Don't be so feeble, so wimpy. The people who elected you, they stand behind you. What do you think? You know? Be a man, bring it up and say that I am against this. I think this has to be done. And watch out how many people in Canada say you're right and stand behind you. Try it, okay? I'm talking to politicians here. So that's, you know, I think number 5, that we have to stop this syndicate, medical syndicate of these doctors. Huge, arrogant, put lies, you know. I am this, I am that, you know. So, I could easily use the internet for a lot of problems that I've had anyways. As a matter of fact, I had another problem that keeps saying that I have fatigue. I'm not going to mention the name of the doctors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They said, finally, you know, we did all the tests, all the blood tests, all the urine tests, everything. Mr. Temuri, we think this could be some kind of thing, fatigue syndrome, or chronic fatigue syndrome. A lot of people have it. I said, I see, okay, but I watched advertisement on American TV. They said something about TRT treatment, testosterone replacement therapy. I went on the internet, TRT, I got it. I went to the doctor, I said that, can I be tested for testosterone? They found out mine was 3.7 or something. It has to be 6 or 7. There you go. I had to go and find it myself again. She, oh yeah, that is what it is. Yeah, she says, yeah. So I got testosterone, got myself fixed. Again, I found out after sometimes, okay, testosterone level is high, but I'm still having fatigue. What to do, what not to do. I look at it, what other solution is that? Simple again. I found out right there, and there's so many medical systems, that I have to buy some calcium, magnesium, and ginseng. Boy, as soon as I took that, in 3 days, I'm back again. That's all was missing. You know what I'm saying? These doctors, general practitioners, they mostly can tell you what is not there, but they don't know what to do, okay? They're not better than yourself, trust me, in the matter of your sickness because you know your body and you know what has been going wrong with you. By a little bit of investigation, you have to actually guide them towards what might be wrong. On their own, they don't know that, okay? So I've written, I guess, on my number 7 thing is that, number, whatever, 6. Use the internet, it was great, but to bring these doctors to practice here. Okay, I have another one. I've written it as number 7. I was thinking that, okay, we have a lot of problem also with surgery. Now we're talking serious medical system where Canada tops up the world. Few of them in the world is as good as Canada. I had an accident in 2007. My back had to be replaced. I was taken to Toronto, to St. Michael Hospital. Dr. Ginsberg. Now we're talking doctor, okay? What a Canadian is he, eh? He just fixed it. He said that I broke it so badly. Amazingly, he says that although it's burst, number 5 lumbar is burst, it's not there anymore, but this line, spinal cord, is not cut off. That's very, 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 very rare, he said, circumstance that you have that, because surgically I cannot remove the bone from it, yet alone breaks like this, but no damages on you at all. That's kind of a miracle, he says. But he fixed me. So I was thinking to myself that aren't people from outside of the world, Saudi Arabia, Iran, Jordan, African countries, wouldn't they come to Canada for treatment? Don't they? They do. They have to pay. They have no medical system. Do we put them in line? Tell them, okay, hip replacement, 6 months behind. I don't think so. Maybe, but I don't think so. Because he pays cash, isn't it? We fix him. Why didn't we don't allow the Canadian rich buggers have the same right as the foreigners to come down and pay and get fixed faster? I thought it's a good idea because a lot of people are in line waiting, but this guy paid cash, so he goes and fixes himself faster. But not really, because if he wants to use Guelph Hospital, let's say, there's already a backlog. So if this rich guy comes with his money, all he's going to do is going to put himself ahead of others. So the lineup still is the same. It's not working. That's true. But isn't it against the Constitution of Canada, against the human right for a person who lives in this country and who's millionaire? Jerry Schwartz, he's billionaire. He can make his own hospital, bring his own doctor and fix himself, can he? Why can't these rich people to be given the right to go to a private hospital in Canada? Why can't they? Why don't we allow, as a business, private business, for anybody in the world who wants to make a hospital in Canada, private, it's nothing to do with the healthcare, but the entire protocol of the Canadian medical system has to be carried, not the political ones, but everything that has got to do with the cleanliness, with the system, with everything. We're not going to have a substandard system. They have to follow that. But it is a private hospital. Me as a Canadian who have an O.h.i.p, I could not use that hospital. But if I have a lot of money, I could use that hospital. These are foreigners. But their qualifications are all checked. They come from Sweden or from anywhere. Maybe Chinese, they want to do that here. Why? Because a lot of people, they come to Canada for treatment, so they could use that facility and get themselves fixed. This is not two-tier system, brother I'm not talking about two-tier system, two healthcare system. No. Healthcare system is there. It's holy, sanctified. We're not going to touch it. Sacred. I'm totally for it. But I'm saying that if some billionaire wants to come and put in a hospital in Canada to make money within the protocol of the medical system here, not the red tape though, why can't he do that? People coming here are starting all kind of factories from different countries. Let them start a hospital too. For anybody who wants to go separately. This allows a lot of rich people to have the freedom to use their money to go there and leave the door open so they're outside of the line. The other people who are poor like me, they don't have to wait that long then. What do you think? I'm just a contractor, an ordinary observer. I'm not claiming any expertise in this. But Romano's report and what I hear, it just does not budge to my simple common sense. None of these solutions is real solutions. But I've given you a few, okay? My last recommendation is that why don't we use naturopaths, a part of the system? Who says that it doesn't work? I had this problem with my stomach. And they didn't know what it is. So finally I got tired. I went to this naturopath right in downtown Guelph, named Alexandra Verge. She's a Scottish doctor, 28, 29 years, taking degree right here in Toronto. She told me, oh yeah, this is very cliche, we know what it is. She gave me medicine. I have it in the fridge. I should have brought it up here to show you. Told me that have this before the food, and when you have the food, have the second one. In 2 days, I got fixed. Then she told me get multi-enzymes. Your food doesn't break down into your stomach, she said. Your body getting old, you don't have the enzymes. You eat too much, your body is tired. Your stomach is a older engine, cannot work the muscles. And they don't have the enzymes to break the food. Have multi-enzymes. Every day in the past 8 years, I'm having multi-enzymes after the heavy food, no problem. But I have to pay her out of my pocket, and the fees that she's charging, like $50, absolutely not good enough. She doesn't have even a proper office, have to share it with other people. When are we going to respect the 10,000 years past that we had? Just for the recent 200 years, this is medical system that has come up, which absolutely, when it comes to surgery, when it comes to antibiotic, when it comes to a lot of things, there's no doubt about it, absolutely. But people have been sick in the stomach or other things long time ago, and there were medicines for the past 10,000 years. Now the new system have come and canceled and revoked all the past of humanity, which you were all wrong. Wherever you were. Wasn't this book of Avicenna, the Iranian, greatest of all the Iranian, or the world physicians, Avicenna, that his book was translated, was taught right in England, in Oxford, in 16th and 17th centuries. People were using that book, actually, to fix the problem. I have the book in Persian. So these naturopaths are at that line of medicine. We should allow them to be the part of the system. Because my God, we go over and over, and it's not very difficult in Canada. You get a statistic from all of them, you can find out there are certain things for sure they are expert in fixing it. Let them fix it, you know. Like physiotherapy or chiropractors, there are things that only a physiotherapist and a chiropractor can do. It's a part of the medical system. Why can't we add it, you know, into the medical system more than this? By getting rid of going to these doctors and physicians to the way we are going. If we use my recommendation at the very beginning, all of a sudden 1/3 of the Canadian, they would not approach their doctors anymore. All of a sudden there are a lot of extra doctors if I could go buy my own medicines. You know, if I don't need to ask referral from my doctors. Because I went once, so he knows me, I can go back again. Why a year? Make it 10 years. Right. Well, I don't know. My department is philosophy, but as a philosopher, I have to come up with the answers to solve a practical solution to something that cannot be solved by other people. That is where philosophy and philosophers move in. And I'm trying to give you guys a hint. I wish people like David Suzuki and Peter Mansbridge, Rick Hansen, I love these three guys, but then there are lots of them, you know, that they would listen to these things, give me a call to see if we can set up something. And believe me, I don't want to be a part of it. I have no ego. I got something else to do. But they're known. They can be there and try to create, as I said, that system, that guardians of Canadian people, an apolitical system, and an organized system. And organized, not organized. There's just friendships of these people, the guardians, the elders, the experienced of Canada from different races. They know together. They come, set program, and tell to people every time a law comes, they check it. CBC does that in a lot of times, reality check. But if it comes from a source that people trust, and these guys are honest, definitely, it will help actually to politicians, because then people say, okay, you know, we go with this. And poll shows that they're going with ideas from them. Then the politicians, they don't have the fear to, you know, set a new legislation to bring what these guardians they say about Canada. Good enough about the healthcare. I got things about a lot of things, about crime, about prison system, about the policing, about divorcing, about family, bunch of other things I have to talk about. See you guys.